Saturday Showdown. Shomek versus Chabi.
Somewhat expecting that, as that's a set. That would be an interesting one. Tahm Kench is another option, and they are going to lock that one away. So Bro have picked champions. T1, what are they going to lock away here as the final option? I expect the Poppy to be going to the top lane, but they, I think, could pretty happily play something like Kennen. You know, there are loads of things. Like, you just, like Gragas, totally fine. Totally fine.
AP Gragas, I quite like here. Adds another threat, makes it a lot harder to play. And
For the first time on this champion in their previous series. Actually crazy stuff. As let's jump onto the Rift here for game number 1. No, it definitely does blend together. And it was me remembering that that was the reason that skin came out that is alluding to how
Owner
is. Yeah, Owner is just going to come forward. That is going to be a heroic charge, and Umpty's going to have to flash. Man, I mean, Lollipoppy was scary anyway. But this is, okay, never mind. Umpty's going to at least be able to take down the Big Wolf. But still, no flash for Umpty is not great news, as Owner is going to continue his onslaught as he heads towards the mid lane, taxiing through with that heroic charge, and Ari is not doing very well.
I was about to say, he should just continue going in here, should at the very least be able to take away a red buff. Where Umpty goes, expectation as we see the pings, is that Umpty will go towards the top half of the map.
I actually really like this from Umpty. We know that there is no vision, so it feels like a much better choice, but not like refusing to be bullied, I think is a really good sign. Even if there was vision there, I'd like it if he was doing it, because what Bro have done, Zeus possibly in trouble here, as that's a really nice body slam. Of course, that is why you pick the Gragas in this matchup. It's not going to work out though, because Jax Sejuani is just a little bit too strong, and there is the Lord's first blood. I'm good. Okay, Arctic Assault here onto the Poppy. She will get stunned up. Ivory, of course, doesn't exactly have a massive health bar, as Faker is coming down as well.
We are roaming.
Yeah, Carrier in position, but Umpty once again, I think, is going to win out on a smite fight. Nicely done. Good charm here from Ivory onto Faker to play aggressively. Owner does clear his red buff, but just barely. Pings come out as over the wall goes Umpty, and just continuing to put the pressure on. Permafrost is good here onto the Poppy as Morgan throws out an ulti in this top lane.
Yeah, key thing here is that Ivory's early on the roam.
Yeah, can he land the charm? That is the question. Very young players. There is the ult from Owner, and now heroic charge onto Ivory as he's going to have to try and get out of there. Decides instead that he can just walk and everything's all right. Still waiting for that ultimate to come through, but
ask him why, because maybe if he thinks too much about it, it's gonna
make him nervous.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna backfire.
Ask him after the series or after the season. As Faker is going to dive forward, Ivory's going to get picked up, not going to get bumped into the wall, but still going to be taken down here as Owner picks up T1's first kill. But it could be the second for Bro as well as Umpty. He's flashing forward, but he's slowed down. Zeus is toying with them here as he's walking the opposite direction, but there is a Poppy making her way up. And Umpty, he's going to face check here. You can see that Jax now has to get out of there. Heroic charge is good yet again. Not a lot of damage coming out from Owner, but you can see Umpty's health bar is not very large. And now Morgan is going to be smoked as now he looks to turn it. There is the counter strike. Steadfast Presence comes in. Teleport from Ivory as he's out of the death chamber and into the fire here as he's full health, and he does come down, but it is the Lord falling first. Carrier not going to be here in time as it's a double kill for the young player.
As mid lane turret might fall here, really big map control gain for T1. We did see an initial flank step from Umpty, but doesn't decide to go for it.
And can they get another charge? It looks like they are going to get another charge, and then we need to even ask the question, but can they actually fully complete this turret? Looks like the answer is going to be no. They do set it up for a future push, and the Sun Disc going to be there as well as, okay, the Ahri going to be dealt with underneath this turret there. She has to flash, but it's not going to be enough, and Zeus is Umpty possibly out of position. Ivory very far away from this particular fight as Effort wanting to keep them interested. There is an ultimate to come through, but Carrier not going to be too perturbed by it right now as Morgan is doing battle with the solo laners on the top side. There is a flash out from Owner. Everfrost does come forward. The quickness is fantastic though, and they just obliterate the Ahri. Heroic charge comes through yet again, and Effort does have to use the Devour onto Hannah. The heal is going to be used for the extra movement speed as Effort has to flash. The Abyssal Dive does get him out of there, but Morgan and Ivory not going to be so lucky. Walks away. Okay, Everfrost not going to get the stun, as now Gumyushi come down here towards his bottom side. Thankfully, there is this ability called Counter-Strike, which is pretty powerful for the Jacks, and so Morgan will be able to walk his way out of this one, but...
Did pick up his early open. I thought he was going to go for Morelos' owner.
Okay, possibly out of position, but Faker is going to come down. Gonna have his crown broken here, but not gonna take any damage as there's the Emperor's Divide. He scoops them over the wall, and Carrier is going to CC them up, but Faker is the one that dies. And now Bro are on the attack. Goodbye Sejuani, but you don't have multiple ults. And the Orbit Deception is going to be good. Carrier trying to get some work done yet again, but Ivory, he's going to flash. The Heroic Charge does nothing, and the Poppy is licked to death. Oh, it's Lollipoppy as well. It kind of makes some sense. And now it's Baron time for Bro.
Zeus wasn't there. They didn't have the damage. They didn't have the follow-up. And now Breon starting up the Baron here.
Zeus is very, very strong, but they don't have Smite. As in goes the counter-striking Morgan. He's going to flash to get out of the way of the Everfrost, but that is Baron going over to Bro. Ivory is going to die, but can they get these Baron buffs out of the pit is the question. As Henna says he doesn't care. He's just going to kill them. Has teleport to come forward from Faker, and now he's looking for Umpty, but there is still a turret up here. And the Sejuani just looking to empower that recall and go on home. We got a game on our hands. We'll be able to bring up that lower third that I know the team's come up with. Oh, they get the flash out from Effort. I don't even know whether he necessarily needed to. I felt like he reacted pretty quickly there. As Umpty not going to be stunned by the Heroic Charge either. And he's very tanky, especially with that Frost armor procced. And you can see just very happy to stand up in this lane. Not sure whether it's a great idea because he loses half his health.
Yeah, there's Lord Dom's Kraken Slayer and Void. So definitely don't. Carrier!
All right, looks for the backline. He finds both. Emperor's Divide delivers them into the open arms of the team. Gumyushi going to be able to take down Effort here as Morgan off in a side lane. We're just going to poke our head in to see what's going on. And in the blink of an eye, T1 eradicate Bro of their bottom lane. Wow. Umpty is a tank, right? Oh. There's the ulti. Gumyushi just stands his ground. Featherstorm comes in. Ivory off to the side. It's a big Moonlight Vigil. Fair bit of damage onto Gumyushi there, who calls back the blades. And T1, just a little bit of limit testing there, making people nervous.
Hail Mary, you gotta try and find a catch. Ivory on the flank.
Absolutely. Can he find this charm is the question. There it is, onto the jungle, and the Jax just dies. He disintegrated before anything could happen. Henna is dead as well. Bro went for it. It did not work. Faker's going to flash the ult from Umpty and just eviscerates his opposite number. Bro, they gave it a red-hot crack, and honestly, I'm impressed. But T1, just the better team in the end. That fight around the Baron in the mid-game, too good here for the veteran squad, and they will just walk it up this mid lane and lock up game one.
T1 going to get the win here, but man,
they had to work for it.
I was
for it.
Yes,
yeah.
Had to work for it real hard. The amount of damage that Faker was able to put on surprise. This is with Crown.
Yeah.
It's a Crown. This is not Leandri's Azir. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, this could be really fun.
Okay.
Zed Obed.
What is T1 is just taunting everyone.
I mean, it's Carrier. He does just really like to cycle through the fun stuff before he locks away. What is it going to be?
Like,
no, not Ari.
Lissandra, maybe?
Oh, Lissandra would be the biggest buzzkill, wouldn't it?
It's going to be something like that. Jace, yeah.
Jace is all right.
Sure.
I think Yasuo would have been my preferred pick because Arctic Assault, you know, plus the Last Breath is like pretty fun.
Wild Growth?
And Wild Growth, yeah. Loads of things. Certainly is feeling a little bit dangerous here for Breon, especially after what happened in game number 1. We'll just see whether they've had some of Edgar's secret stuff before heading onto the Rift here for game number 2. Okay.
He does it on cooldown. Look at that.
Good.
Another one?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to look at his. Oh no, you couldn't possibly. That's greed right there. As Henna looking to try and punish said greed. The burst fire comes over the top.
The greed for the second mana flow stack atlas.
I know.
After the fact.
Oh, well, I wasn't referring to anything in particular.
I'm sure you weren't.
Flashing for red buffs as well. That is something that we coined here in the LCK. Another thing that I would say is definitely worth.
Still waiting.
Yeah, Ona is...
Entire jungle is up.
Luxury tent in that brush.
Just guaranteeing the crash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to dive. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
I'm there for it.
They do have a flash still available. That is going to be a flash forward here from Ona, as Morgan is going to flash. So Ona spends a lot of time on the top side of the map, and now Zay is going to get hyperly procced.
Yeah, Ona really needs to back, but he really wants to help out getting the wave. So kind of awkward here as
Oh dear, he's going to get polymorph, but in goes Effort. They find a knock-up Faker. It's going to burn down an Effort. Takes down his ex-teammate. I was not expecting that one, as the Gromp even getting a little bit frustrated here.
And you pay with a lot of Ona's jungler and a solo bolo as Faker.
Oh no, he has to go 1v3 now as Umpty is going to turn up. Tibbers. Oh, okay. We didn't quite extend the range on Sonic Wave quite enough here. We should talk to the balance team about that one. As Carrier going to get grabbited momentarily.
Oh, he's running.
Umpty is just trying to be absolutely everywhere this game. They need to make this one work out, because the Rift Herald is being taken over to the other side of the map as Gumayusi going to flash, trying to get himself out of here as Effort taking a lot of damage, and they realize they are not going to make this one work. Yeah, being able to get that shove, very, very important. Means that Morgan will have to teleport if he wants to join the potential fight, as Gumayusi coming on a flank angle as Henna immediately cleanses. Pretty Captain Jack-esque, as we do see that teleport coming in. Naba, not exactly there for Morgan, but he will be able to charge that one up. As in goes Umpty. They are going to be able to secure it. It's Morgan that collects the Drake, but I don't know whether he's going to survive. That is going to be a kill for the Zeri. The Annie goes down as well. It's a Cloud Soul.
Let's take the short trade there. Waiting there.
Effort going to get out as Umpty hits a Q.
So,
onto the little Krug is now Morgan. That's too many friends.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's going to get turned into a little critter and then obliterated. And Faker is going to collect that kill. Henna versus Gumayusi here in this mid lane is irrelevant. As we have a look at the top side of the map here, Ivory just pushes a wave in. But what makes this team so special is Umpty just standing here in this brush, surrounded by members of T1. He's going to get stunned up. In skates Gumayusi. And he will be able to take down the Blind Monk.
Oh god, it's not done.
Yeah.
They're not done, Atlas!
Going to be getting out of there. Does have the grand exit available. Takes the blast cone and oh, Morgan! Morgan, no! He does hop his way out. No, he doesn't. That's a fadeaway jump shot there from Ona. Really cleanly done.
Yes.
Utilizing the best Drake in the game.
Oh, no.
Teleport going to come through here from Faker as the bear is just 100% ignored. Ivory will go golden for a moment as Zayas going to get kicked around a little bit. Dominus comes through. Are they doing damage? I think they are. As Henna tries to get some work done. The Q connects from Umpty this time, though, as he tries to safeguard his way out. It's not going to get him out, though, as it's a double kill here for Faker. And now maybe the kills will start raining in for Gumayusi, who's flashing after them. He'll grab one. Can he grab Henna here as well? Under the turret, my goodness. As Gumayusi is going to die, but he gets the triple and the ace in the end. And that should spell Baron here for T1. Hit that 4.5k. My goodness, he is so much money ahead. As Ona is going to look for Henna there. Nice little Captain Jack, but it's not going to save him. He's still really dead. Faker's going to get the kill, but not the assist. A double kill, but not double assist. He needs 2 assists. He does.
He's not going to hit it, is he?
No, but he's going to get another couple of kills, which is fantastic. He already has the most of those in the league as well. And just needs to augment that number a little bit. They'll break open the base here of Bro in game number 2. Zayas getting the work done on the bottom side as well. No wave top, but it doesn't really seem to matter as T1 with their Baron buff are looking to get even more done here. Ona getting forward. Zayas just doing a lap of the Nexus here as Gumayusi going to get assist number 1. That's going to be a kill for Faker as well. And the Nexus turrets are now down. Is it going to be 4499 in the end? That would be pretty sad as Faker is now trying to lock down Umpty here. Blast from the past, of course, the longest game of all time was between those two. This is one of the shorter ones of the season, though, as T1 walk away with a 2-0.
Okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, they don't really mind about stats like that because it doesn't win them the season. And I think that that is a correct mindset to have. As you can see, Faker and Gumayusi doing the majority of the damage. Ivory kind of invisible in that game.
Thank you guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview translation. Here joined by Faker and Gumayusi on the side of T1. Congratulations! Faker, how does it feel? What a clean 2-0 victory.
좀 초반에 실수를 했는데
During
팀원들이 잘
game
줘서 잘
2, I
풀렸던 것
feel like
같습니다.
I made a lot of mistakes, but my teammates actually covered it up for me pretty well. What about you, Gumayushi?
D 플러스 기아를 잡고 온 상대라서 방심하지 않는
Our
마음으로
opponent today
잘해서
defeated D
이겼던 것
plus
같습니다.
Kia,
네, 다시 한번 승리 축하드립니다.
and I feel like we kind of braced ourselves and played
엄청난 기록을
best
세우시고
our
계신데 LCK
did our
최초
best and got the victory today.
4,500 단
Faker, you have another amazing milestone ahead of you. Only one assist from LCK's first 4,500 assists.
딱히
Is it a shame you
기록을 제가
didn't
신경
get
쓰고
to
있지는
hit it
않아서
today?
오늘 달성을 못했다고
I don't really
아쉽지는 않고요.
pay much
다음에
attention
뭐
to
그런 기록이
achievements,
언젠가는 세워질 테니까
so
그다지 신경
I'm not
쓰이지 않습니다.
disappointed or anything like that. I have a lot of milestones to reach ahead of me, so
구마유시 선수께 질문 드리겠습니다.
it's not a problem.
OK 저축은행 브리오는 최근 D 플러스 기아를 이길 정도로
And 구마유시,
경기력이 엄청 매서워졌거든요.
OK Savings Bank Breon recently defeated D plus Kia with an improved fierce performance. And their main contributing factor was their AD carry, Hannah. What did you think of his performance?
OK 저축은행 브리온
Taking
경기력이 좋았다고 생각하고요.
That they
선수가
defeated D plus
특히
Kia
3세트
into
때
consideration, I
펠리오스로
felt like he
되게
played pretty
인상적인
well.
모습을 보여주더라고요. 요즘
I feel like he
다
played
펠리오스
Aphelios really well.
모든 선수들이 잘하는 것 같아서 예, 재밌게
All the
봤습니다.
players have recently been playing really well with Aphelios.
페이커 선수께 질문 드리겠습니다. 오늘 관전 포인트 중에
Faker.
하나가 바로 미드 대결이었는데요.
One of the points of the match covered today's mid matchup.
아이보리 선수와
How was
대결이었는데
playing against
이기를
Ivory,
못한
who's on
어떠신가요?
day 3 since his LCK debut?
뭐 일단 좀 신인스러운 그런 모습이 조금 있었다고 생각하고
I feel like I saw
팩이
his
있는
side that
모습도
kind of
조금씩 있었던 것 같고
shows me that he's a rookie still.
그래도 뭐 좋은 경기했습니다. 네.
아, 네. 아이보리 선수가
But it was a
굉장히
good
기분
matchup
좋은 것
regardless.
같습니다. 그리고 페이커 선수하면 아지르죠. 네, 오늘
Now,
상영되고
you cannot
나서
mention
라인전이면
Azir
라인전,
without
메이킹은
Faker.
메이킹, 또 좋은 평가를 받고 있는 아지르잖아요. 아지르 어떤
And this
점이
pick
가장
is rated
좋다고
highly
생각하시는지
all around
궁금해요.
after the buff for
아지르
the
같은
laning
경우에는
phase
좀
and playmaking and
다재다능한
more.
면이
What's Azir's
있어가지고
biggest
좀
strength?
할 수 있는 플레이가
I feel like
되게
he's really
다양한 게
good
가장 큰 장점인 것 같고요.
all around,
네, 그렇습니다.
allowing him to
이런
make
큰
some good
장점을 가지고 있는
good
아지르를
plays.
오늘
So I think
플레이하셨는데
that's his biggest
막판에
strength.
이니시와 함께 아지르의 토스까지 두 선수의 콤보가 굉장히
And the wombo
맛볼
combo with
있었거든요.
Rakan's
저희 그
engage
장면
and
보면서 얘기
Azir's toss was
나눠보겠습니다.
absolutely flawless. Let's take a look at the
이
replay.
장면인데 이때 시야를 활용한 이니시가 굉장히
It's this scene,
좋았거든요.
and I
어떤
feel like
설계였는지
it was
궁금해요.
such a great vision usage
때
followed by an
캐리아
incredible
선수가
engage. Can you explain the setup?
좀 상황이 만들어질 것 같으니
Keria was
호흡을
going
해달라고
in
해서
proactively,
자연스럽게 좀 따다닥 잘
and he wanted a
들어갔거든요.
follow up.
아,
And I feel
그런
like we just
설계가
kind of naturally
있었군요.
set this up, and
그리고
it was a
2세트
combo
레드 오픽으로
we were
미드
able to pull off.
제이스를 꺼내서 들었는데 혹시
In
에디
game 2,
상태로
you
어떤
locked Jace
강점이
in
있어서
R5.
꺼냈던 건지, 아니면은 조합적으로
Is it because it
시너지를 잘
counters
보여줄
Annie
수 있기
somehow,
때문에
or
꺼내신 건지
is
어떤
it for the
건지
team
궁금해요.
synergy to complete the comp?
당연히 뱀픽을 할 때는 두 가지 모두 고려를 하면서 선택을 했고 그 상황에서 좀
I feel like we definitely
저희
take
팀이
consideration into
뽑을 수
those
있는 픽
both
중에
of the
가장
factors when we
괜찮은 이야기가
draft.
있어가지고 선택하게 됐습니다.
아, 네.
And I feel like the overall
구마유시 선수께
conversation
질문
flew,
드릴게요.
went in a way
제리가
that we
이번
favored
패치에서 5연패 중이었는데
Jace,
그걸
and we
구마유시
went
선수가
with that pick.
끊어냈습니다. 연패를 끊어냈습니다.
And Gumayushi,
제리 앞에
Zeri was on a
대해서
5
어떻게
losing
보고
streak
계시는지
this patch,
궁금해요.
and you broke that streak today with a victory. Thoughts on Zeri affiliates matchup on this patch?
뭐 서폿에 따라 다르겠지만 제가 잡는 쪽이 웬만하면 유리한 것 같습니다.
아, 이 자신감.
I feel like as long as you're supported,
부럽습니다. 저도 언젠가 그런 말을 할 수 있는 날이 오길 빌겠습니다. 그리고 구마유시 선수 제리 초반부터 골드를 정말 많이 가져갔더라고요.
Zeri
20분 만에 20
got
20분 만에
so
만
much
골드가
gold
넘었던
funneled
것
in the
같은데
early game, in
혹시
game 2,
어떻게
over
가능할까요?
10,000 gold at 20 minutes. How is this
요즘에
possible?
서머 시작하기 전에 지표 관리를 좀 해볼까
feel like
이런
lately,
말을 방송에서 한 적이 있는데
Before summer
그래서
season,
좀 CS나 타워 골드나
I paid more
그런 것들을
attention
좀 신경
to
쓰면서 하고 있어가지고
practicing like getting
뭐
gold
골드를
in
많이 모은 것
CS and
같습니다.
tower
또
plates.
그런 부분이 있었기
So
때문에
that's why
골드를
I
많이
ended up
획득하신 것 같습니다.
getting a lot of
다음
gold this
상대는
game.
광동 프릭스입니다. 팬분들께
Now,
승리에
Guangdong
대한
Pricks
각오 한
is up
말씀씩
next.
부탁드릴게요. 페이커 선수.
Any word of determination for the fans? Faker?
다음 광동전도 저희가 열심히 준비해서 좋은 결과 보여드릴 수 있게 노력하겠습니다. 그리고 항상
I hope that we
응원해주신
prepare
분들
well for
감사드립니다.
the match against Guangdong Freaks and display a great
구마유시 선수도
performance.
각오 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요.
Gumayushi?
구형욱으로 혼내주도록 하겠습니다.
네, 다시
Make sure
한번
that we
승리
put in the
축하드립니다.
effort to win.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 지금까지 T1의
This will be the end of the interview from
선수와
Faker and
이동현
Gumayushi. Back to the space.